If you're anywhere on my side of TikTok, you've seen this video of this man going around. It's been going around for a couple of weeks. The stitches have been going around. You have seen this man talking about women need to settle. I haven't made a video on it, but I have been watching what is going on. And today we're going to talk about some of the comments. These men are failing and flailing because they see the power dynamic shifting finally, despite the fact that women have been saying for a while now that based on what is out there, based on the pickings, which are slim, that women would rather be single. Women are saying, I'm opting out. I would prefer to be child free. I prefer my cats to people like you. I, Cats are better company. I prefer brunches. People have been going in on women going on brunches and girls' trips. The men are finally seeing that the women are actually decentering them, and they're trying to bring the women back into the fold. This is counter control. They are seeing their power dynamics slipping, and they're doing their best to bring women back. For the longest time, we have been conditioned to just settle for any type of man, right? But then when things go wrong, women are like told, you should have chose better. You should have chose better. And now women are saying, I bet I should have chose better. That was my bad. The pickings are slim. I'm going to choose none. That is a choice to be single. And now they're like, nope, nope, come back into the fold. You need to be with the man, come back into the fold. Just settle, settle. They are failing and flailing at this particular moment. When I started taking screenshots, there were over 21,000 comments. The women across TikTok have been giving it to him and telling him, dude, we'd rather be single than to settle. This person says, and they all booed him in unison. Boo this man, boo. And someone pulled out the tomatoes. Someone's like, get your tomatoes here. Get your 25-cent tomatoes here. And Christy is bringing rotten eggs. So just know that this man is being booed. People are throwing eggs and tomatoes. Okay, so Big Daddy Don says, single women never told me not to get married. Married women tell me not to get married. And then the OP, whose name is Tenacious Clothing, says, you getting advice from miserable women. I'm not surprised. Esmeralda then said, I thought you'd like words from those who did settle. Adormi says, but you said that miserable women were single and lonely. Make it make sense. And someone says, exactly. Miserable married women who settled, warning single women not to do the same. Before we go further into the comments, let me interject this woman making fun of Tenacious Clothing because her commentary is hilarious. And if you haven't seen the video, the slapping of her hands or the slapping sounds will make sense at the end once you watch his video. So watch this creator.
Listen, some of y'all men are gonna have to settle. Okay, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but everybody cannot have a perfect man. There's not enough perfect women to go around. And even if there is, they don't want you. And in addition to that, some of us evil, lazy women, we want love and affection too. Like, everybody can't get a kind, caring, loving woman. Some of y'all are just gonna have to settle for us evil, lazy women. And while we're at it, we can just go ahead and put that 50-50 conversation to rest. Some of y'all are going to get 80-20, 100, -10, meaning some of y'all going to have to pay the bills and cook and clean. Some of y'all going to have to pay the bills and clean, and all she does is cook when she feels like it. And some of y'all men, y'all just gonna have to do everything. Y'all gonna have to do everything. Y'all gonna have to pay the bills, cook, clean, and her primary focus is making sure that her children are taken care of. Also, but you actually also gonna have to help with that too. So yeah. My point is, I know a lot of y'all men want kind, loving, caring wives, but they don't want y'all. And so y'all are gonna have to settle for us evil, lazy women. And y'all just need to accept it. Listen, a lot of the good women that wanted to be wives and be nurturers, a lot of them are already married. What does that leave left? Some of y'all are just going to have to take us evil city girls. Okay, some of y'all are just going to have to take some of us hoes and leave us as hoes, but we just wives. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of y'all are just going to have to settle. You can't have your cake and eat it too, is my point. Like, you can't have the best of the best. Sometimes you just gotta get what you got and be happy and be grateful. Come on now. Okay, like I said, the evil, lazy women like myself, we want love too. And some of y'all, we're your options. And we don't cook or clean. Come on now.
And I'm just going to sit here and read some of these comments. So that's what this video is. It is me reading the comments of the women. This woman says, "Sir, you're projecting. Women never have to settle unless they're desperate pick-me's for marriage. And I don't know if you notice, it's y'all that are dying lonely. Women are choosing to leave you men." And this person at the bottom, Tori Marie, who's one of my friends, says, "I'd rather die with a bunch of cats and different colored self-pleasure tools than to settle." Scorpion Queen says, "As the president of the Single Cat Lady Committee, I'm going to respectfully decline. Single is better than misery." Queen of Palmetto says, "Right. Cats are too cute to turn down." Miss Shizzle Farizzle says, "As the vice chairman of the Single Dog Lady Club, I'm wondering if you'd like to join forces with us." So they have been going at this man for 2 weeks now, and it's across the board, different races of women telling this man, "No, we're not going to settle." So this woman says, "Being single is so much better, to be honest." And he's just like unconvinced. He's like, "No, it's not," laughing my butt off. I don't know who y'all trying to convince. These women across the board are saying the same things in his comment section. He is just not listening or accepting that the women would rather just be single than to settle for someone. She says, "I'm not trying to convince anyone of anything. This is the truth that I have found in my experience. I'm happier alone." And then someone says, "You are just projecting, young man." And then someone else says, "Who you trying to convince? Not all of us want a man." And then he tells them, "Y'all are already settling. Being single is compromising, which means you're settling based off your view on men. Not too bright, are you? Then why are you even making this video?" If he's saying we got to settle for any kind of man, and now he's saying that being single is settling, like what is the purpose? And then he says, "You could never deal with my type. You're average at AF," laughing my butt off. So he's just kind of all over the place. So in this video, if you haven't seen it, he is using the word us, like there's not enough of us good men. And so this person says he talking about us, like, "Sir, you're not one of them." And someone's like, "Laughing my butt off. He sure did. Poor thing." Abel says, "Thank you. I caught that too. I did catch that. He really did put himself in the good man category." Okay, Indigo Ocean says, "That's fine. At this point, I'm content being single. It is what it is." And he's like, "Why do y'all keep saying that?" with this laugh and laugh crying emoji. He just really cannot wrap his brain around the fact that women are just like, "I bet I'm good." And this woman says, "Because it's true." Bryn Frey says, "You don't understand because you don't date men. There's literally no benefit, and men are dangerous, burdensome, annoying creatures." Teresa said, "Because it's true." Um, this other person says, "Right, we keep saying it because they are not listening." As in, this man is not listening. The men's are not listening. Women would rather be single than to deal with the current crop of dudes. They're not sending their best. They're really not. This person says, "Just because you don't agree doesn't mean women are lying." This person says, "Because you seem determined to not accept the truth of it." This person says, "Because we are tired of getting hurt all over again." Every single woman, not every single woman, I'm sure. I took a lot of screenshots, but a lot of these women are pretty much saying a variety of, "Nah, fam, we good." A lot of women in the comments were talking about the 4B movement and decentering men. Those numbers will start to show. The numbers will start to show just like they have in some of the Asian countries. The numbers are starting to show here. It's just that we're just maybe a generation or a decade behind. But the 4B movement is taking hold. So this person says, "What part of we good is not computing?" And he says, "Who is we? There are plenty of women getting in new relationships every day. If that is true, why are you telling the other women that they need to settle?" If he's not going to listen to women, which they don't, that's the reason why I didn't run over to these comments, because the men don't listen. The women are on code. The women are on code though. Women are pretty much saying the same thing, throughout this post, throughout the comment section, and they just don't listen. That is the reason why it is pointless to talk to these people. You are better suited to move rocks from left to right, back to left. At least you're getting some exercise. Talking to these people is pointless. There's no point. It's just a bunch of wasted energy. It's a bunch of free data that is being wasted when you type to these people. Just stop doing it. Anyways, for the people on my YouTube page, you can watch the video at the end. Here it comes. Let me know what you think about this.
Listen, some of y'all ladies gonna have to settle. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but listen, everybody can't have a perfect man out here. It ain't even enough of us around. Like, let's be honest. So at the end of the day, we can go ahead and put that 50-50 conversation to rest, because every woman ain't gonna get 80-20, 100-0, whatever y'all thinking is gonna be 60-40. Some of y'all gonna have to go 50-50, and shit, y'all might gotta go 60-40 on your end with the man, just to be happy at the end of the day. Like, let's be realistic. Come on now. Somebody gonna have to settle, man. That's all I'm saying. All the straight men that's left in the world, a lot of them is in jail. A lot of them married. What do that leave left? Everybody can't have they cake and eat it too. Like, you can't have the best of the best. Sometimes you gotta just go for what you got and be happy and be grateful. Because you can have nothing at the end of the day and be miserable. Come on now. J. Cole said, love yours. I gotta take this in consideration.